Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you like golfs, you're going to like this video. If you're new, my name is Stephen and this is James Glen Car Sales. Please do consider subscribing to the channel, that way you'll not miss any more stock updates. And it's also sponsored by WeWon'tBuyAnyCar.com, which is our own in-house car buying service. If you have anything similar to what you see behind me, we would love to hear from you. We're always on the lookout for sports prestige, high spec, low mileage, low owner cars for stock, and you can grab your valuation today by clicking the wee link just up here. And also we do car reviews as well, and if you'd like to look back and check over some of the previous car reviews, there'll be a playlist link just up here to the Jimmy Glen car reviews. And let me know what you think. If there's a car in here that you would like me to review, drop it in the comments and we'll get the car out and we'll let you know what I think of it. Obviously I'm not a journalist, I'm just a petrol head that happens to sell cars. I thoroughly enjoy it, and the purpose of this video moving forward is to let you guys see just what sort of condition this lovely Clubsport is in, if you're perhaps in the market for what I would say is peak golf. Short of a full-blown Clubsport S, which we have had the pleasure of handling just one of, this is the next best thing. A Golf Clubsport Mk7 is up there with one of the best front-wheel drive handling experiences that you can ask, and it's a Golf, so it just looks lovely. It's made to such a high standard. It's got the fit and finish of the interior is absolutely lovely. Arguably, some may say that this one has too many doors and it has the wrong seats. However, not everybody wants to have people crammed in the back, and also not everybody wants bucket seats. If it was me, yeah, 3-door, manual, buckets, that would be my selection. However, there is something nice about sitting in a nice leather interior and also having the added practicality of 5 doors. But it's got a manual gearbox. So that's the main thing, because if you're buying a Clubsport, it has to be a manual. And if you disagree, tell me why. And if you do agree, let me know in the comments. So anyway, without blathering on anymore, let's get a look around this very, very, very special car. So SG17 is well known to the garage. We supplied it to a lovely couple, the Brodies of Lanark, back in 2019. They were owner number 3. We bought the car directly from owner number 2, and we're not entirely sure who the first owner was, but certainly the last 6 years it's been under the stewardship of Kerry and Mark Brodie. This was actually Kerry's own personal car. The Brodies also run Brotec, which is one of South Lanarkshire's most longest established and best respected detailing companies, which as you can imagine contributes to the overall condition of this, which is now an 8-year-old car. That being said, it's done 20-odd thousand miles, and it has spent most of its life in the Brodie's garage, so it is in real tip-top condition. A few little extras on it as well, which we'll go through over the course of the videos, all from respected suppliers like Racing Line, which is basically another arm of Volkswagen. You can probably already spot one of the additions being the lowering springs, because it sits that little bit lower. And it's also got a oil cooler and a washer bottle relocation kit, because when you put an oil cooler in, it's got a oil filter relocation kit and a much finer grade oil filtration system, which is all good because that keeps the engine oil in even finer condition with a higher level of filtration. So this is the Bresca alloys as well. I always get Bresca, Spielbergs, and the other one I forget, I always get them mixed up, but I had a wee quick Google before we started the video. This is an upgraded wheel, so the Clubsport tyre come on the 18-inch wheel, which is arguably the one you would go for handling, but as far as looks go, I think this just looks absolutely spot on. And I drove the car back from Mark and Kerry's house, and it's not crashy, it sits on the road so well. You would be forgiven for thinking it was still on a standard suspension until you go to turn in, and it's just completely flat. I love the air intakes here, which is all part of the Aero package on the Clubsport, and then it's carried on with the decal that runs along the back door. Then we've got the Clubsport script, and then we've got a high level rear spoiler which actually generates real aero. This is all exactly the same as what you would get on the full blown Clubsport S. and I believe that the spoiler in the back was employed to help stabilise the rear, and because it's got a very, very stiff rear anti-roll bar which loosens off the back, helps turning, so they had to stabilise the car by giving it some extra downforce on the back. So it's all very, very cleverly engineered. It's not just a marketing package to sell more cars, it's a proper attempt to make these cars more track focused. And having driven a few of them, they have definitely succeeded, but at the same time retaining the nice golfness that golf buyers have come to love over the years. So let's get a good look at the car's condition. The car arrived with zero swirl, as you can imagine, but it did just get a wee light single stage machine polish just to freshen it up a little bit. There's always room for improvement, as they say, albeit it was marginal on this car. Hardless stone chip on the front at all. Light lenses are all in good condition, and if we move along to the grills, light lens on the other side, and then finally right down at the bottom, one tiny little chip just here. And if we look round the other side, another one just here. Very, very, very tiny, very, very minor. Looking down the length of the passenger side, you can see that there's no little annoying parking dents, scratches, scrapes or any other paint damage on the passenger side panels. The wheels are all completely mark free and wearing practically new Goodyear performance tyres. Mark told me about these fancy brake discs that are on it as well, but the name escapes me. But if you do click through to the website, I have listed the actual manufacturer's name for the discs, and it's got updated pads as well, but they are all literally brand new, seen only hundreds of miles, not even thousands. So just repeating that again from the rear, just in case we missed anything. You can see it is absolutely perfect, both in terms of paint condition and any imperfections or scratches or scrapes. Over here we can get a look at the back bumper. Again, free from any damage. We've got the nice twin exit exhaust. I much more favour the twin exit exhaust rather than the 4 of the Golf R. Personally, let me know, what do you think? Do you like the 4 or is the 2 enough? That's not an aftermarket vinyl wrap roof, that is a factory option on this car, and I think it ties in really, really well with the black outer edge of the Clubsport spoiler. I feel like you can actually see daylight through it. Let me just see that, very coolly. Proper job. Moving on to the inside, we've got full leather with the red stitching and also the red entry plates. Winter rubber VW Golf overmats. Proper manual gear knob. Proper retro as well. Not seen another Golf with a kind of dimpled effect gear knob for a long time. Alcantara steering wheel, but we'll get a look at that once we're round the other side. And we'll get a wee look in the boot. In the back. And moving around to the rear. Some protection glass in the back there as well. Boot carpet free from any stains, no marks, no spillages. And obviously your 60-40 split fold rear seat and your partial shelf there as well. So this little additional badge here is Racing Line, just a wee indication that the car's got a few little trick bits on it. But as I mentioned earlier, our line is a VW approved list of aftermarket parts. So no one's raided the Demon Tweaks catalogue when they've been, or so I should say Mark hasn't raided the Demon Tweaks catalogue when he's been putting his own mark on it. It's all proper stuff. And we'll just wander down to the other end now. I would have to say, I think if ever there was a current or a modern-ish golf to fall into, the one to have in years to come, or even currently now, I would say the Clubsport's definitely is definitely one to watch or one to buy. And I'd say you buy it to put it away to make money on is probably going to be a long game, but certainly something to buy, enjoy for a few years, and then not do too terribly financially when you come to sell it at the other end. It's just because of how scarce they are, and people are now beginning to realise just how special they are and how awesome they are to drive. So this is number 465, obviously because it's a numbered model. I know there was 500 of the Clubsport S's, I'm not entirely sure how many Clubsports there was. Maybe you guys can help me out in the comments. Well, the bolster on the base is perfect, and on the backrest it's got a tiny little, a pair of jeans or something's caught it just there, but it's not whole ripped, teared, just beginning to. That bit there is exhibiting a little bit more wear than the rest of the seat. But again, very, very light wear. Both bases on the passenger and the driver very comparable in terms of wear, so no stretching on the bump area of the driver's seat. So we'll hop in and get the car started, just confirm the mileage and let you hear it running. And this one has a ghost. Did I get it right first time? Yes, I did. Hooray! So current mileage 25,264. This car has also been serviced every single year, regardless of mileage. So pretty much over serviced really. It was only serviced a few hundred miles ago. It was last year, but it would be crazy dropping the oil out of it, because the oil that comes out will be the same as the oil that goes back in, given it's only just been in there for a few hundred miles. So you get different driving modes, get heated seats there as well. But other than that, it's usual golf business as usual. It's just all about the drive of these things. I was shocked at just how good it is, because you've got fond memories of how things are, because we obviously drove this car when it was here with us 6 years ago, and I liked it then, especially because it's a manual, but when I drove it back, it's every bit as good as I remember, if maybe slightly better because of the upgraded springs. So we haven't jet washed the engine bay or anything. This is the car. This is the engine bay as it arrived. It's got a high capacity intercooler, and it also has an oil cooler as well. And this is the oil filter relocation kit with a high filtration oil filter. And when you have that, you've got these big bad boy oil lines, which then mean you need a washer bottle relocation kit. And this is part of it here. So it's all really, really neat, really OEM looking, and it's all just been part of the fettling that's happened with the car over the years. It did have an R600 intake as well, but we said that just leave that off. But if you would like to be put in touch with the Brodies, then we can do that for you, and you can have a wee chat with the previous owner. Really, really nice folk, and they know how to look after a car. Big car people. I don't mean big enthusiastic car people. I'm getting my tongue I'm getting a bit tongue tied here. This is my 5th video in a row because I've been off for a week. Let's see, this camera around. There we are. Are we there? Great stuff. Okay. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Sorry for rambling on a little bit at the end. It is knocking on for 10 o'clock on a Friday night, and as I said, I've been off for a week, and this is video number 5. You'd have thought the more videos I've done consecutively I would get better at them, but apparently not the case. If you are interested in this lovely golf club sport, we would love to hear from you, and you can reach out via the website. There'll be a link in the description below. Just click that and it'll take you through. Drop us an email, give us a phone call. Always happy to chat. If you're looking for the car on a monthly payment, we can work out some finance figures for you. And equally, if you've got a part exchange and you'd like a valuation, again, just drop us a wee note of the reg and the mileage and we'll go back to you. As you're looking at a VW Golf GTI Edition 40 or Clubsport on YouTube, I will put another wee video up here that I think you might find of interest. I think it's actually a Golf GTI Performance. Give that a little watch, see what you think, and also please do consider subscribing, that way you'll not miss any more stock updates, and I promise I don't ramble this much. It's just because it's getting late. And you can watch, and you can subscribe by clicking this little button just here. Thanks again guys, appreciate you watching the video, and I shall see you in the next one.